Hey everybody, I know I'm live, but just need to give me a minute so that I can set it up and then we could get started. Okay, it's Monday morning, and guess what? Today I thought I'd do something new because I've been posting these videos on YouTube channel, but I've not been very consistent on YouTube channel because I've been in and out, right, in phases and stuff. But I'm very active, as you all know, on LinkedIn. And I have so many of you over here. So I thought, let me just, before as I record it and post it on Think Salma Musa Talks channel, I would also put it on LinkedIn Live. So, how have you been today? So I'm excited about the topic that is going to be addressed today in today's session. And I'm really looking forward to some good thoughts, comments, and questions, and even maybe a quick phone call. So today's topic is about, and every Monday mornings is what I start with this, and founders confuse visibility with growth. And this I have done myself as well. It's just not about founders. Trust me, I've done it myself. Frankly, the more I talk about in these Monday series, the topics that I keep picking up, what I've realized is in my 30 plus years of journey, whatever I bring to my mentees, my founders, my business leaders that I work with, massively comes with all the things that I've tried doing, and many of them which I've failed and recovered from or were reworked on. So, one of the things is this: founders confuse visibility with growth. Very quickly, just to take you a quick step before, as you all know, and many of you on LinkedIn especially have known me from my previous venture and stuff, right? There was a lot of visibility. Literally everyone in the startup ecosystem knew me, but that was not growth. Sitting today here, 6 7 almost a decade years, I mean 10 years down the line, I know that visibility is not growth, right? So today, that's the reason I said it's February, it's the second month of the year, plus it's a new week. So I thought, let's start with it. So a simple question to all of you. And I know this is not a Q&A session. I'm not going to wait for your answers, but I want you to think about it. Really think about it. This is the question for all of you. Are you building a business or managing attention? I repeat this again. Are you really building a business or are you managing attention? Most founders today are visible. They're online, they're at events, they're at panels, media, LinkedIn, you name it. Most founders are out there, right? In everything. But many are exhausted. They're stuck, quietly worry about their business fundamentals. That is the issue here. You might put yourself out there at events, you might do a lot of activities, you might get a lot of visibility, but I know that most of the founders, business leaders, in their quiet moments are worried about their business fundamentals. Visibility feels like progress. It keeps you busy, it keeps you exciting, it keeps you with brilliant conversations with people when they reach out to you. It feels like progress, but it isn't growth. That's the key point here. Visibility is like, it gives dopamine. Growth demands discipline. That's the difference here. I'll tell you this, right, very clearly. It's about, visibility is like this. You go to an event, you network, okay, you network or speak at an event, you get a lot of visiting cards, you get a lot of interest, there are a few Zoom sessions kept, and then conversations begin. We need to collaborate, we need these services, we need your product, and there's exciting conversations going on. It gives you a high. Says, you know what, that event did great to me. I know it, right? You name every business platform and community I've been a part of. I've built a community and I've been a part of multiple communities. It's like dopamine, but growth, it demands discipline. Because here is the difference. And when I say the difference, I want you to really think very deeply. And I'm going to repeat this: visibility gives you and shows you a lot of likes. You're loved, you're liked, you're followed, you're out there. It gives you a lot of views. a lot of views. Lot of people see what you're doing, talk about you and all that, and then it gives you recognition. Yes, you get recognized. I remember those days I would be traveling anywhere across the world. There wasn't one airport time or a one, event where a few people at least bumped into me and said, "Hey, Salma, what are you doing these days? Your last event was good." Recognition is absolutely received. But you know what growth shows? Growth shows predictable revenue. What does growth means? That means you've got predictable revenue, you've got repeat customers, you've got a strong, team, you've got stable systems, and you're clearly be able to make decision making and a culture of decision making. You see this difference? Visibility brings likes, views, recognitions. Growth brings predictable revenue, repeat customers, strong teams, stable systems, and a culture of decision making. One is external validation, and the other is internal strength. That's the key here. One is external validation, but the other is an internal strength. Now, why founders fall into this trap? As I said, right, I've done it, you've done it, everyone's done it. But why do we fall into this trap, right? Visibility feels comfortable. Because, when you are talking out there, when you're meeting out there, people say, wow, you're doing a great job, or this is what I was looking for. It feels, comfortable. It feels controllable. You're in control. You feel that you've got this, my business offering, my product, my services is recognized, is accepted, it's controllable. The markets rewards noise. You sitting alone in your office or in your dining table, workstation, and working doesn't feel like a reward, right? But the market makes you feel, the noise gives you reward. Visibility hides deeper issues like weak pricing, unclear roles, broken processes, teams that are more looking for, again, the same thing, the culture, right? A lot of activities, but no outcomes, a lot of these things. Visibility hides a lot of weak things, things that needs to be addressed. The real cost of chasing visibility is something that I really want you guys to remember. Founders become the brands and the firefighter. What happens is the founders stop creating a strong team, creating a, profitable business, money making system, and homegrown leaders. They start becoming brand of themselves and firefighters at home. Outside, they become a brand. Inside, they become firefighters because they're always trying to cover up for things, right? Teams wait instead of acting. The teams around the founders and business leaders, they're just sitting and waiting. Okay, our leader is going to come and tell us what to do, or, okay, it will be shown, the path will be shown. So teams start waiting instead of acting. Decisions slow down. Margins remain thin. Growth feels fragile. Yeah, the growth feels fragile. It's literally like you're building a house of cards. And that is not scale, people. That is not scale. That is a well packaged struggle. Yep, it's a well packaged struggle. And now I'm going to tell you what real growth looks like. The real growth is quieter, faster decisions, repeat customers, referrals through your old customers, teams owning outcomes, revenue from systems. Founders can step back. You see the difference? The real growth actually means this. Faster decisions, repeat customers, customers start referring you business, teams owning their own, outcomes, revenues from systems, founders can delegate and step back. Growth is boring on the outside. Tell me about it, but powerful from the inside. So here are some very quick self-check for founders. These are very key points, and I want you to use this video, this 5-10 minutes of my talk, and do this. Ask these questions to yourself, and if required, write it down as you're hearing to this. If I stop being visible for 60 days, will my business still grow? If this feels uncomfortable, the answer, you have a structure and execution problem. That's the first check, self-check, right? The only check that you have to look. If for 60 days, not like you go away somewhere and sending mails and taking calls and doing Zoom calls, no, complete detach. If for 60 days you're completely detached, will your business grow, not just sustain with your existing customers or things like that, right? Will it grow? And if the answer is no, that means it's time for you to sit down and figure this out. That is visibility what you are going after, or is it growth? As I always say, I'm right here. I'm just one message away. Inbox me. Let's have a conversation. But a very, very great, powerful week for all of you. And I hope this talk helps, because I know what it took me. This might be a 10-minute talk, but it's come out of 30 years of my experience and a lot of burn, and a lot of self experiences and struggles to come here. So make the best out of this and change your approach starting today. And with that, happy week ahead, and catch you next Monday.